What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Camilo Legacy Fitness. So we're here today at the Evolve in Playa del Carmen. If you guys haven't been, it's one of the nicest gyms here in Quintana Roo. I'm here on my one of my good bros, Eric. I met Eric not too long ago, and we've been training together, and we decided to put a crazy plan for you guys. Eric, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Eric Tousignant. I'm French-Canadian, so that's why I have an accent in English. Sorry, guys. And I'm a naturopath in Canada, and I have 10 years experiences in coaching. I do powerlift, I do fitness, I do sports, everything that weight loss, performance, and everything.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, I've been training with Eric. I come to Playa about once or twice a week, and every time I come, I learn something new. His technique is amazing, so it's gonna be really good for you guys to learn. We're gonna start actually with squats. You guys gonna learn how to do it properly. First of all, it's the quality, it's the technique, and then we're gonna start putting the weight on all that stuff. So the key is that in 4 weeks from today, we're gonna be able to not only have the perfect technique for squats, but you also increase our weight week by week. And we're gonna be doing that for bench press and also deadlift. Okay? So we are gonna start our workout right now. We're gonna start just with the bar, and Eric is gonna basically drive us through the entire workout.
So first off, how to position and how to place the bar on your back. You have 3 positions to do it. You have on your traps. If you are more quads dominant, that's better. You have rear delts like this. For me, I'm more a balanced person. So for me, it's half of quads, and half of my hips when I squat. So for me, it's better. And if you have great mobility for your shoulders, you can place it like this. It's more hip hinge. You can squat like this. But for me, with my anatomy gang, it's not the proper way. So use the proper way for you. Try it, feel it, and choose the position you want.
Okay, guys, one thing we always question ourselves, and we always ask is, how are we going to position our feet when we're going to do squats? Right? So Eric is going to tell us exactly what's the best way to do it.
For me, I just place my feet shoulder width, and after this, I'll place it like this, straight, and then you will push your hips, squeeze your glutes, and your feet are supposed to move. So for me, this is my position of feet. Okay. After this, you can choose maybe a more wide position, but this is my position for my feet. Okay. Not like this, like this.
But the wider you go, the more you're working your glutes and hamstrings, correct?
Yeah. So for me, as I'm a hip hinge, so more hips dominant, for me it will be a wider stance. If I go like this, I need to elevate my heels. Okay. I miss mobility on this. This is why I do more hip dominant. The way my levers are. And your levers are always the feet to your knee, the knee to your hips, and your torso.
Okay, and the other part. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and I see some guys sometimes putting like weights under their hip, under the heels, right?
Yeah, it's to get more quads dominant. Okay. For me, if I want to develop a good quads with squat, I need to elevate my heels.
Okay, excellent.
If not, I'm working more my hips and my glutes on my squat.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's give it a try. So I'm going to put my feet apart. I'm going to move my hips.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that's my position, right? My question I was going to ask you is, how low do you recommend someone goes?
For a powerlifting competition, you need to break the 90 degrees with your hips. Okay. So when you squat, your hips need to break here. So for you, it's like this.
Okay.
Lower can hurt your back.
Yeah.
Higher, it will not count as an official lift.
Yeah, because I notice sometimes when people go low, what happens is their back goes in, right? And then you arch your back, right?
This is why in powerlifting competition, you need a suit. You cannot wear shirts. They need to see your hips and your knees clearly.
Okay.
That's how they set up if the lifts are good or not.
There you go, guys. I had no idea. That's a good tip. Okay, guys. So now we're gonna go with, we always wonder how far we're gonna put our hands. How are we gonna put our hands? Eric is going to show you an excellent technique. That way you don't feel uncomfortable and you feel more balanced as well.
Yeah, for me, it's always been a struggle because I don't have a lot of wrist mobility. For me, it's my weakness. Okay, I have what we call in French is I don't know in English, but it's a valgus. It's a hand displacement. You see, my hand's supposed to be here. Okay, so for me, doing supination is hard. I have to cheat my movement. So when I squat, I always place my hand like a bench press, and I push in the rack, I place myself into the bar, and after this, for me, to relieve the pain in my wrist, I cancel the pinky. So
you guys can
check,
see
guys.
He put his pinky under the bar,
Like this.
right here. Yeah,
Like this. So I cancel the pinky because for me, this hurt my wrist. This not.
Yeah, he's able to actually have it his form a little more inside.
So at the end, it's always find a position for your wrist that you can handle, don't feel any pain, and you feel free. For me, like this.
You just only focus on your legs.
Yeah. So if you want to take it larger, you take it larger. If you want to take it closer, you take it closer.
Okay.
Some people like to be tight, like have the hands like this. I don't have the mobility to do this.
Yeah.
So do it with your mobility. Don't force it. Just do it naturally, like your feet.
Okay.
Like your feet. Natural pathway.
Okay,
guys. We'll try to check if you have a good pathway when you squat. You're supposed to follow a straight line when you squat. You see like this. Like this. At the end of the movement, you push a bit on the wooden stick. Try to tuck your elbow more forward.
Like this?
Like this. You will see. Here we go. No more pressure on the woods.
One more.
Come on. Good job. The second you tuck your elbows in, you are more forward.
Yeah. What I had to do your technique.
Yeah.
I had to put my pinky inside. Yeah, when I was doing like that, I feel like my elbows were out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is all about preference, what you like, but you need to align that what you like is a proper way.
Yeah.
Because you can learn of what you like with the bad form, and in the end, you will get less result in strength. Because maybe in the mid-journey, we need to correct you and start from the beginning with one plate.
You're right. And that's what happened to me. I started lifting, I started doing squats, looking at YouTube thinking I was doing it right, and my hips started moving to one side.
Yeah.
And man, the pain I started getting here, and that's why I stopped. I stopped doing squats for almost 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is good with the elbow.
Yeah, right on. Okay.
And one thing that I learned is sometimes people are like, oh, my form was all shit because it's a PR. A PR should always be like a warm-up set.
Okay.
For me, 1 place, 2 place, 4 place, I squat back in the days more than 600 pounds, and the technique was the same.
Yeah. And one thing also, guys, one thing that is actually cool that I probably suggest you guys, record when you're doing the exercise. That way, when you go back home and stuff like that, you can actually see you're doing it properly according to the videos and tutorials we're giving you. And if not, correct it right away. Because what Eric said earlier, if you start doing the exercise the wrong way, slowly, we're going to correct the whole thing at one point anyways, right? So make sure you do it correct and proper from the beginning.
Yeah. So let's see 2 plates. Same technique, same placement, same routine.
You guys see his form right there, his back. It's completely straight, you see? Completely straight. Perfect form. Nice and slow, nice and control. So what kind of tempo are we trying to do here?
In the program, it's probably gonna be like a 3-0-1.
Okay.
3 second eccentric, 1 second concentric. You want to explode at the top. You want to control the weight.
And when you're at the bottom, no, you're not stopping. You're going right away, right?
You can take a small pause, but not like a full second.
Yeah. Okay.
For me, you see, what I like to do, it's like in competition. You going, you stop the motion a bit and up.
Yeah.
It's not like this.
Oh, no, you're not bouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, the very small pause cancel the bounce for me. So if I don't pause, it's like this for me. And I want like a gentle, slow.
Awesome. Okay, perfect.
Come on.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't done this weight in squats in I don't know how long, probably about 5-6 years. And I'm no joking. So, yeah, let's go.
Same technique. Remember.
Yeah.
Wait. Like this. Okay. Like this. You're good. Come on, big boy. Come on. Come on. Control. Elbow tucks in. Good job. Good job. So the best advice I can give you, if you are like single at the gym, try to use maybe spotter here. We don't have spotter, but we have a Smith with spotter, not Smith, a cage with spotter.
Oh yeah, where you can put the bar.
Yeah. So it can, if you cannot reach the top, you just throw the weight away. If I was you, take a look at your video. I'm probably sure that you missed some depth. A bit, maybe
a little bit lower.
Yeah, because I was putting you with you and try to evaluate. And for my evaluation back, I'm probably sure you missed like maybe a few centimeters to the
okay.
Very good depth.
To be honest, I was a little nervous.
Yeah,
I was a little nervous doing the weight, but okay, awesome. But good to know.
This is a point I want to point for some guys. The fear to go down.
Yeah.
Here, I don't have the place to do it. We're gonna go to the other room. I will show you a tips for helping you with the fear.
Okay.
On the
going depth enough. Yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna put up the weight.
Yeah.
Go right over there.
Okay, guys. So now Eric is gonna show you guys one of his awesome techniques. So we're gonna use an elastic band. Okay.
Yeah. We'll do it in 2 phases. First, we want to make sure that it feels the band. Okay. If you have fear to go more deep, it's because you have fear to get stuck in the bottom. Right. And for real, it's not like a bench. You have to throw the weights, make noise in the gym. People will notice more than just get stuck with your bench. So it's normal. And the deadlift, the bar stay in the floor. Yeah. So you have no fear.
Okay.
So you will take contact with the band. Make sure you feel it with your first attempt. And what in the band, okay? First step, make contact, make your brain knows that you're safe. After this, we'll get the band lower because I want you to go lower than the band lets you go. So I told you your last 2 plays, you missed depth.
Okay.
So with the band, we'll secure you.
You're gonna be able to control.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after this, we'll adapt the height of the band for making a good squat.
All right, make sure you see he corrects his feet. Has the bar in the proper spot. Goes down, goes down, goes down. Nice and deep. Boom. Go down, go down, go down. Nice and deep. So this one, like he mentioned, is basically so you're not really afraid of going down, right? Which is actually my fear sometimes. I injured my lower back doing deadlift a long time ago, and that's why I still doing squats. Every time I did it, I feel it right in the lower back, and it hurts a lot. So, okay, we're gonna give this a try.
Yeah. Okay. Good there. Come on. Easy. Last one. Up. Easy. Good job. First step done.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I never done the squats when you have no mirror.
Yeah.
And I actually like it better. It's like you concentrate
Yeah,
more
I
on
know.
the form, on the exercise. Now here, you're kind of looking at yourself a little much, right?
I know. You remember I told you that I always squat looking down?
Yeah.
I was doing my squat and I was like, why am I looking at myself? I'm supposed to check the floor.
Yeah.
And my squat was all messed up. I don't
Yeah,
like
no, it's completely distracting.
Yeah.
I noticed that in the first rep, I noticed I was going like this because I was looking at myself.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny. Okay, guys, so we lower the arms a little bit more. This time we're going to try to go a little bit deeper. You'll see what Eric's going to do. Basically, the exact same movement, just a little bit deeper. That way, with the band, we're not going to be afraid of going as low as we can, right? To do this, to perform the squat the proper way to do it. That's deep, that's deep. Damn. Come on. Nice. Come on. Oh. Look at how deep he goes. Unreal. You see back straight all the time. Try that.
So try to just not focus on you. You see you, but try to be in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay? Come on. Remember, do not focus on you. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, good job. Good job. Elbow tucks in, always.
One more.
Yeah. That was good.
Oh man, that felt good actually. And you know what? I'm not feeling that pressure in my lower back.
Yeah, because you're doing the right feet position. I told you to tuck in because when we go like tired, we're always leaning out like this. Even if your quads or hips dominant.
Yeah, not only good for balance, right?
Yeah. So you always goes like this. That's why I told you elbow tucks. When you tuck your elbows in, it opens your chest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a great tip. And you see, those are little things you always have to pay attention to when you're going to start the exercise, when you're doing the exercise, because that way you're going to have always your back straight. You're not going to have any issue with your lower back later on, your knees, and everything that involves in this exercise.
And what's cool is in our project, we're going to have a group and people will probably can send us videos.
Exactly. And we can correct it and stuff like that. We can help them out.
And do like, you know, when people lose weight, they do right first day and 12 weeks later, we can mix the two videos side by side and say, that was your squat day one. That was your squat now.
Yeah. Do the comparison.
Yeah.
Awesome. And keep in mind, guys, we already mentioned it before. Eric mentioned it already. Weight doesn't matter. We're going to start adding it up later on. It's always the technique and the form, okay? We don't want you guys to do halfway the program and get injured because you try to go really heavy.
Yeah.
Right? We're going heavy right here because I asked Eric, I want to push my limits today. But that's the only reason why. Right? But just pay attention, be smart.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you now that the weight doesn't matter on the technique. You saw me in the first moment of the video. I do one plate, I do the bar, I do 2 plates. I will show you. I never done like 3 plates for probably a year. I have a big back injury, so
we put you in limits today. We put you in limits.
so I'm gonna show you that techniques are always supposed to be the same. It's copy paste. 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, 5 plates. Don't care. Copy paste.
Okay, awesome. Do you need me to stay behind you, or you're good?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna do like 1, 2 reps.
Okay. Okay, let's guys. Check this out. See, perfect form right there. You guys see how deep it's going? Exact same depth it was going on the first exercise. Nice. Good
You
job,
see,
bro.
it
Good
was
job.
easy.
Yeah.
Same technique.
Yeah.
I don't change nothing. My feet, my elbow, my wrist, my hand, everything was set.
Yeah.
So it's like any sports. You play like soccer, I think.
Yeah, I used to play soccer, yeah.
I play basketball. The tricks, over and over and over the same movement.
Yeah.
That's why in our program, you probably squat 2, 3 times a week with different techniques. So in our like 12 weeks or 4 weeks, depend on which one of the program you choose, there's going to be like variation of lift that helps you with your struggle. What is your weakness? The bottom, the mid part, the fear, the top part of every lift. So you can be weaker on the mid part and be stronger on the top part of the lift and a bottom. You can have like 1 strength, 2 weakness. So we need to address it. So you need to set up the bar, your squat pattern. You set up the bar, you're making it tight, and you squat from the bottom. You pause it. You reset the movement.
Oh wow, never done this before. It's gonna be interesting. Nice.
Like this. You will see. It's heavier than it looks. So, you place yourself. Same technique. Before lifting up, tight yourself, and you lift. Up, up.
Holy shit.
Oof. Come on. Up.
Oh.
Up, up. Up. Oof. How's it? Up. Good job. How does 1 plate feel?
Whew. Feels tough, especially right here. Holy shit, man. Yeah.
This is the main exercise you need to put to work on if you struggle with squat.
Yeah.
Our 4 weeks program will probably set the tone on which weakness you have. Sometimes we think, oh, it's the bottom part, and you do it and you feel like, oh, I miss always my last rep mid part. Or I get stuck in the bottom. Or I try to lock it, I can't. So the first 4 weeks, you're going to learn how to squat properly, always keeping the good form to get progressive overload of your weights.
Yeah.
It's not like putting as much as weight. It starts with something, reevaluate, adding weights over the weeks, and after the 4 weeks, you get yourself into like a self-evaluation. Okay, which part of the lift I struggle the most? Okay, now you're set up for your next 8 weeks.
Got it. Perfect. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. That way you can correct yourself and do it. Keep going with the program that we're giving you. That one is a guidance for you to keep going and keep practicing and practicing. In this one over here, I felt it the most right here.
especially in the first one. That's
Yeah.
a good push. Never felt like that. It felt great though.
So you see this, if you incorporate with adapter, you will get better on this. Each lift can show you and point you what you need to put after.
Got it.
So you probably now know that, oh, I need to get better abductor. Something that people lack. It's a lady things, or it's a woman lift, but no, it's an important lift. Even in powerlift or CrossFit or bodybuilding, it's important to do it.
Yeah, and you know what? True, is because we don't really see them growing and stuff like that. Visualizing this muscle being big, you don't really see that,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
So it's like, oh, why are you even train that muscle, right? But okay, perfect.